Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Abhayam Sattva Samsuddhi Jnana Yoga Vyavastiti Danam Damascha Yajnasya Swadhyayastapa Aarjavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodha Tyaga Shantira Paishunam Daya Bhuteshu Luluktam Daya Bhuteshwaloluktam Madhavam Hirachapalam Tejakshamaduti Shaucham Adroho Nati Manita Bhavanti Sampadam Daivim Abhijatasya Bharata. So now, as we have been discussing this Daivi Sampada, the wealth that belongs to divinity, divine people. So we have already discussed Abhayam, Sattva Samsuddhi, Jnana Yoga Vyavastiti, Danam, Dhamma, Yajna, and Swadhyaya. So when we discussed Swadhyaya in the last class mainly, so one we did say what? Sabda Pradhana, Sabda Abhriti, repeating the sounds. That's why one has to be careful. Then comes Artha Pradhana, Artha Abhriti. So while repeating, so you should understand the meaning. So there the bhavana, your thinking is involved. That's why, especially if you observe any rituals, fire rituals, so there will be a person called Brahma. So Brahma means the person, one who hates the ritual. That person will be knowing the meaning and everything. That's why where the voice to go up, where voice to come down. So that person will be guiding. Whereas most of them will be only doing Sabda Abhriti. So Sabda Pradhana. No, Sanchame, Maschame. What does Sancha means? Don't ask me, okay? But anyway, good, because the Sabda Abriti takes care of the society, the atmosphere, and of course protects you personally. Let us not get into too much. Then now the next one is called here that called Tapa. So Tapa means austerity, general translation, but here is religious discipline. Actually, if you look at each one does some type of austerity. If especially in India, you want to get into medical science. So you have to do austerity. There is no choice. So minimum, 12, 14 hours a child has to study. Or somebody wants to get into this civil service in India. For civil service, less than 18 hours. Tapas every day is not going to work. So that means what? The person doesn't eat properly, does not go anywhere, nothing, always, thinking, doing austerity. Then what happens? The moment you become, IS officer or IPS officer, then what happens? You know better, okay? There are many IS officers now, they are, or IPS officers, they are being removed, okay? Because they are not able to perform. Somehow they got in, but they are not able to perform. Same thing also, once you become a doctor, study and study, then after that, what happens? Somehow you manage MBBS, then you know what to do, what not to do. Let us not get into, okay? So that religion, that discipline, that austerity is for the time being, like any asura does. If you observe Ravana, whatever we have studied in Puranas, especially in Ramayana, the amount of austerity Ravana did it is not a joke for a common person. He chopped his heads and offered to the fire. He didn't care, he didn't bother. That sort of austerity did it. But what happened? The moment he got back the boon, the result of austerity, then what happens? Austerity has no value. So austerity had a purpose to get the boon so that I can pass over, I can prove. So if you do austerity to prove yourself, to boss over others, to establish yourself, that is not austerity. So here we use the word tapas called a religious discipline. So when we say religious discipline, is it like any other religion? No, there is a difference. Why I'm using the word? There is slight difference, even though superficially looks the same. Because every religion do talk. Dharma, artha, kama. These three aspects they highlight. So common people do austerity mainly for artha and kama. Artha means security, kama for desire. And other religious people also add into that called dharma. Some religious gain. So either in this world or to go to heaven. Ends there. But they do not talk about moksha. That's why every religious discipline in any other religion, what happens? Ends up in what you deny here, you get that there. So you don't eat here, so you'll be permanently dining with him. So angels will come, okay? So you don't look at anybody, anything. So angels will come to take care of you. Blah, blah, blah. Let me not get into every religion has got their own problem, okay? Hinduism, don't ask me, okay? So everything they have. So the religious discipline, in especially when we look at here moksha is being added. It's not ending with dharma. So when it ends with moksha, the liberation, then what happens? This discipline becomes part of me, my life. It is a never-ending process. Unless and until it becomes part of my system, I cannot. That's why we say that whole system is a discipline. That's why all the gods and goddesses, especially Indra, as you know, once in a while, he will go out of his order. Then what happens? Then he will be punished. Being the king of the god, he will be punished. So there are different occasions, different ways he does mistake. He will not follow the discipline. Because once in a while, like how the ministers, they want to do, don't follow the rules. So like that, he also does once in a while. All these things they learn from him, okay? Don't worry. But there were somebody to punish, but here there is nobody to punish. This is the only problem, okay? How about? So here tapas means religious discipline, keeping moksha as point of reference or as the goal. So when moksha is my goal, now whatever I do, I discipline myself religiously. Why religiously? There is a beautiful point, remember. Same thing you do. There is a bathing, like you take a bath. There is a religious bath. Do you see the difference or not? In every religion, they have this. Like, for example, this many videos, funny videos I see, especially when they do this baptize. So very funny videos comes okay nowadays. Okay, so now many places they have created a bathtub. Okay, big bathtub. So one after another enters, so takes bath. So what happens? What doesn't happen? Don't ask me. Okay, that's another point. So somebody's dress has gone, somebody this has gone, somebody cries, this that. Coming back. that when a person is baptized, that 3 times takes a dip in that water, in small water, wherever. So that becomes a religious bath. It is not ordinary bath. So that means bathing and with attitude. That becomes religious. That you have to understand. So there is acceptance. There is surrender. Also, you accept uncertainties. So here, that is what is being highlighted. Whatever discipline you do, whatever discipline you follow, that you follow religiously, means there is healthy attitude behind all your discipline. Because when you do with reference to dharma and artha, including for dharma, artha, kama, especially artha, kama, and including dharma, when you do any discipline, suppose your end result does not come, your anger will come. You will be frustrated. Not only you will be frustrated, also you will exhibit yourself, or you may get into depressive mode. That's what happens to many people. Whereas when you are going through religious discipline, keeping moksha in mind, now tell me, where should you take rest? There are two things. Suppose you have fixed, unless and until I reach, suppose there is a long trekking, when and where you should take rest, not after reaching the peak or after reaching your destination. Whenever you are tired, you can take rest. And interestingly, in moksha, I am already moksha swarupa. I am, my nature itself is liberation. I don't need anything. But the problem is I have some wrong notions. Now I am working with the discipline to overcome those wrong notions. So if I don't get anything, that is itself is a blessing for me. If I get anything, again, I have to maintain it, take care of it. That's why, like, long back, I said, today I was putting this thing, out of sense of fear, I create a supporting system in and around me to protect me. But what happens in reality? Those supporting system never supports me. Only it suffocates me. This is the truth. This is the reality. But how many of us appreciate, even if we know, but how many people of us really appreciate and work how to grow out of it? Continuing. Then the next one is says here, Aarjavam. So when we look at this word Aarjavam, so Aarjavam is called straightforwardness, uprightness. But I would like to say that means here Aarjavam we can say integrity. So an integrated person is called a straightforward person. So what do you mean this integrated person? If you want to say the one who enjoys harmonious personality. So when I am using this harmonious personality, we have seen, so we have different type of layers based on our personality. Especially if we try to refer our Tattva Bodha. So we have different type of koshas. So first is what? Annamaya kosha. So Annamaya kosha means this physical body. So some type people are so gross, they are connected to their physical body. Morning when they get up, like somebody recently a child said, so tell me what is lovable for you in this world nowadays? The most lovable morning, the moment you get up, what you want to have in your life first? What would be the first thing? The morning moment you get up, what generally you would like to have it? It's a very simple mobile phone. People are crazy, okay? However, so here people are so gross. Always they are, physical body sarvaswa. Deha sarvaswa, we say, is the word. So that means only how to take care of the body, how to look at the body, how to exhibit the body, how to do this thing, because everything only moves around the body. So this is one type of personality. So with my body, everything should, the whole day must be taken care according to my body. Morning, I should get up and walk. This should be my food. If little bit sugar is no, it's calorie more. You understand? Blah, blah, blah. Everything happens. This is one category. Second is that we call pranamaya kosha. So pranamaya kosha means what? Called pranic personality, energy personality. Then comes manomaya kosha. So manomaya kosha means emotional personality. And vijnanamaya kosha, intellectual or cognitive or rational personality. So these four, there should be harmony. When there is harmony in this four personality, automatically I enjoy happiness called Anandamaya Kosha. So here we say very carefully that Aarjavam, it does not mean, I am a straightforward person. A straightforward person does not mean whatever comes to your mouth you have to talk. No. That's why I say, Satyam Briyat. Satyam Apriyam Mahabriyaditi. We'll be seeing later on. You can speak truth, nothing wrong in it. You must. When it comes Satyam, we'll talk this point. But you cannot speak Satyam, truth, that which is Apriyam, unpleasant. Because the person doesn't have cushion. So when person doesn't have cushion and if you talk Satyam and Apriyam, what will happen? You will only create enmity and nothing will enter. That means only you bluff, you vomit. So Satyam, Apriyam is not allowed. Please remember, it's very serious. No, I am a straightforward person. I don't care what others think. Hey, better you should learn. You have to be very careful. That's why I would like to bring this point to know what this here straightforwardness means what? An integrated person. So the one who has developed harmony with his or her personalities. So a harmonious person, an integrated person is a straightforward person. That's why always we say, Nanduna, this is manasya ekam, vachasya ekam, karmana ekam, mahatmanam. Whereas if we see manasi anyat, vachasi anat, karmana anyat, duratmana. This is what we say all the time. So what is in the mind? Ekam, 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 manasi, vachasi, karmani. Three things. So in the three levels. So that means what? Manasi, so which is what? You can see that manasi is connected to your mainly Vijnanamaya kosha and some Manomaya kosha. Then vachasi is connected to Pranamaya kosha. And karmana is connected to Annamaya kosha. When there is ekam, one aligned, you are a Mahatma. Whereas if it doesn't work, all are separated, all are different, called as Duratmana. So that's why one should be very careful with reference to understanding this, that how to follow this straightforwardness, or else what will happen? Life will be full of strain and stress. People ask question, Swamiji, I have everything. Everything is good, but I am having stress. Of course, you will have stress. Because all this personality that you have are not aligned. So each layer pulls. Can you see this point? The Annamaya pulls one side, Pranamaya pulls another side, Manomaya pulls different side, Vijnanamaya don't ask. That's a churning, okay? That too, Indian grinder, okay? You know what is Indian grinder? So Indian grinder means what? You put it inside and cover it. Even if fellow wants to go out, will not go. And also ladies, what they do is they keep the hand on the top of it, okay? So that even if you want to escape, you cannot escape. So that is called, this is Vijnanamaya job. So the person is having stress not because of anything. Remember this point. The stress is related to me because there is no harmony in me. So if I harmonize myself, I work to harmonizing myself with all my layers of personality. Even if I'll have tough time, no doubt in it. I'll go through difficulties, but I will not have stress and strain. That is what is being highlighted as what? Remember, Aarjavam. That's why remember, if you do not follow this Aarjavam in this way, you will have mental health problem. And later on, you will have ill health, physical health problem. And present day, people are having health problem not for anything. It's mainly related to this lack of Aarjavam. Because I notice, especially in India, they take very proud, I am a straightforward person. He's not like that. Straightforward person means what? What you want to take credibility? I can tell the truth. I can talk loudly. Hey, that's not straightforward. That is called your stupidity. So that's why we have to change the language here. Aarjavam means what? A harmonious person. Integrated personality. Continuing. The next one is called Ahimsa. Ahimsa is a very popular, and Bhagavad Gita quotes left, right, Ahimsa. We have seen 13th chapter here, we'll be seeing everywhere and anywhere. In fact, all these things were discussed, okay? Aarjavam also equally was discussed in 13th chapter. However, Ahimsa, as you know, generally they call as non-violence. It is wrong. Here we say that Ahimsa means what? Very clearly that you don't allow to hurt anyone, including yourself. Not hurting yourself, not anyway. So here also we have 3 levels quickly so that I don't have to get into too much. So Ahimsa, mental, also Ahimsa in the level of speech, vachika, manasika, vachika, and kaika in the physical body level. Generally, people look at vachika and kaika in the level of speech and in the level of action. But mental Ahimsa, nobody talks. Here, I would like to bring a very big, beautiful point because 13th chapter, you can go back. We have talked in details about Ahimsa. Here, I can say this much. As you know, in Hindi, we say, Jaisi karni, taisi varni. As you show you reap. Whatever we do, we get back. So whatever we deposit, it has to come back to us. It's a very funny bank, okay? Remember, it is a very funny bank. Even if after your death, it is going to come back to you. As long as Jiva individual is available, your karma phalam is going to haunt you. Remember this point, okay? Like recently, I said, so there is one dog once in a while comes, once we open the door, so he comes in. So one boy said, look, I want to hit that dog because whenever I go, he chases me and tries to catch me. I said, did that dog bite you? No, he did not bite me, but chases me. I said, that dog was one Swami. Definitely head of some mutt. Now, what are you talking? I said, yes, because only a head of any mutt organization will be, a dog in the next life. That's what all about it. That's a very calm, quiet, whenever Ashram is open, comes on stage here. He doesn't affect. In fact, he recognizes me very well. He doesn't look at, he doesn't do anything. Because he said, look, don't worry. Be careful. Next life, what is going to happen to you? Okay. Remember, karma bank. So what we do, we only get back. So whatever we deposit in the bank called World Bank, means this Jagat Bank, definitely is going to come back to us. That's why the best example I can tell you. I can bring very carefully here Mahatma Gandhi Ahimsa. Who was talking Ahimsa, but he was a Manasik Ahimsa person. He was very good with reference to Bachika and Kaika, no Ahimsa. He followed Ahimsa up to great extent. But because Manasik Ahimsa was there, I'm sorry to say, that's why he died with Hinsa. He was killed, means who promoted non-violence, who was embodiment of non-violence. How can he die with violence? Do you understand the logic? It's not possible at all. Nobody looks at this aspect because whatever we do, we get back. He got back. He was killed. There's such a great personality, there was no need to be killed. Why to be killed? Because what a person does, that person only gets back. So that's why I have to be very careful with reference to ahimsa. So that's why we also again and again we say ahimsa not to be practiced. It is to be understood. I don't allow myself to get hurt. I don't like to be hurt. So when I don't like to be hurt by you, either physically or verbally or mentally, so let me not hurt you. Simple. Because when I am hurt, without my knowledge, I will be hurting you. It's like, in the bus, it happens, in the public transport especially. And especially these ladies, okay, sometimes no brain. With these heels, they get into public. And while standing, they will step on you. And there's one word called sorry. I don't know where from this word sorry come, okay? They will step on you. Sorry. Because being a lady, you cannot push, okay? Because if you push, especially in India, that lady will file a case. You don't know what to do. Because the camera cannot highlight or nobody can see that she has stepped on your, feet and there is already blood coming. So you have to practice patience there, okay? I'm not telling you jokes. So what you do is, because you are hurt there, whether you like it or not, either you have to push her or push some other person or you shout. You understand? Because you have to hurt somebody because already you are hurt. You cannot. So whenever I hurt someone with my words, in fact, all these so-called Aarjavam people are hurt people. So-called straightforward people are deep within hurt people. So that's why one has to be very careful, look at these aspects. So that's why ahimsa is one of the value. The next one is called Satyam, because I want to go quickly, okay? I discovered if we continue, this will be continuing at least another 10-15 days, okay? So it doesn't work. So next one is called Satyam. Already we have discussed. Satyam means speaking truth. So Satyam, that is to be spoken, which is palatable, which is pleasant. So why to speak truth? To communicate. Suppose I discover by speaking truth, I am not able to communicate, but I generate heat in others. Is it necessary to talk? That's why we say very carefully, Satyam means not necessarily telling the truth, but not uttering on truth. Be very careful. Speaking truth, here Satyam is not speaking truth, but not uttering on truth. So avoiding on truth is called Satyam. That's why you say Satyam Vada, Priyam Satyam Vada, Apriyam Mavada. So always it should be palatable, it should be pleasing, pleasant. Because or else the person is not ready, person doesn't have cushion. So when person doesn't have cushion, then what will happen? Definitely there will be a reaction. And the person is not going to listen to you at all. There is no point. That's why learning to keep quiet is one of the best thing in Satyam. Just you need to keep quiet. It's not a joke. And of course, without any boiling inside, okay? Just resolving. That's why, or else what will happen is the next one is comes Akrodha. If you cannot manage your Satyam this way, whether you like it or not, you will have Krodha. Krodha means anger. So in fact, here Krodha is being says what? Krodha, Akrodha means here having highlighted Krodhasya Upasamanam. This is how Adi Shankaracharya writes. So Upasamana means resolving anger. So resolving anger is much, much bigger thing in life. So what is resolving anger? So resolving anger means recognizing that I am angry. Unless and until I recognize that I am angry, can I resolve anger? It is impossible. So when I realize or recognize that I am angry, then why I am angry? How long I am angry? What did I get? What did not I get? Is it my general tendency? Because there are people, for no reason, they get angry. They think by raising the voice, they can achieve anything and everything. And I notice this thing comes from the family. Because stupid parents do not know how to bring up children. They shout all the time. Now the child thinks, because of the fear, I did everything. Now let me also shout. In the work field, in everywhere, in a relationship, they keep shouting. Which is not right. For what reason? Shouting is not going to work. So that's why here resolving anger means first thing is I need to recognize the anger in me. So once I start recognizing the anger in me, so that means what? I understand there is some type of emotional pain in me. Unless and until I have some emotional pain deep within, I cannot get angry. Try. So instead of handling or looking at this emotional pain, what happens? I try to manage or handle anger. It's not going to work. So there also I need to see why this, emotional pain comes to me. What could be the cause? Is it a pattern in me? Or if it is deep within, it is there. Because you cannot get angry just like that for a small incident or small thing. Whenever you get angry, it is an accumulated reaction. Remember this. You will never get angry for a given situation, for a given person. Try. Even if somebody slaps at you, you cannot get angry. It takes some time, you understand? Then you recollect, oh, that fellow did that time, that time, that time, that time. Then you start building up your anger, you understand? So that means anytime you are getting angry, it is a mental pain. You have gone through this emotional pain. There is agony. A series of pain is there. It's not one pain. A series of unresolved, unattended pain. So it needs one particular situation just to burst, just to come up. And moreover, if I am a person, for small things, I start, getting angry. What does it mean? So that means I have a lot of emotional pain in me. So it doesn't work. And especially if the anger continues, it prolongs. So longer it continues, deeper pain you have. It's a very serious thing to look at. Anger is a very serious thing to look at. That's why one need to be careful. More of it we'll see. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnaha Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you all of you.